Assalamu alaikum. This is Richard Muhammad, editor-in-chief for the Final Call newspaper. And in collaboration with the collective9.org, we have a very incredible and special interview with a great sister, a great entertainer, one of the legends of hip hop. And I think you'll find out she's actually does a lot more than that. But this is the great sister, Roxxanne Shante. We're here at Mosque Maryam. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, brother.
Sister, thank you for being here. And I know you don't have a lot of time, but you certainly have a very popular film that's out on Netflix right now. Can you tell us a little bit about the film and what the genesis was and where it's going?
Well, it's a biopic which talks about my life, but it only covers about 3 years of my life from ages, I want to say, 14 to 17. And it shows exactly what I went through as far as being Roxxanne and the things that it took on stage, both on stage and off stage.
Now, that song is legendary, a response to UTFO, and actually my god brother, Kango Kid, is actually part of that group. Talk a little bit about that song. What was the genesis of it? Did it start with you, with someone else?
Well, actually, the song started at the fact of DJ Marley Marl, who happens to be one of the greatest producers in hip hop. What he did was he had me come to his house, and he had invited me up to a session and said that I have a song that I would like for you to rhyme over. So basically, we just used it as the beat. We used it for the song that was playing on the undertones of it, which was Big Beat. And I did a freestyle rhyme, and it just so happens that the topic was Roxxanne. So that's how Roxxanne Shante came about.
Well, it certainly is an unforgettable song. So now with the film, tell us more about what you're doing entertainment-wise. Are you touring? Will you be any place in the next couple weeks, the next couple months, anything like that?
Well, I work every weekend. You know, Allah's incredible. I host. I'm one of the most sought-after hosts. And I will actually be back here in the Chicago area on May 25th for another event.
Well, I may try to get backstage passes to that event, and I don't think I've ever done that, but that's a whole other story. Talk a little bit about your other work that brought you here to Chicago.
Well, I'm actually here in Chicago. Most people think that I'm here to promote the film, but the film has already been record-breaking, and it actually picked up legs of its own, so it really didn't need too much promotion. But I'm actually here in Chicago with the AERI, which is the Alternative Education Research Institute, and what we do is we go into the urban areas of Chicago and we do research and we find out exactly what programs are going to be beneficial, because what we have found is that it has been very unsuccessful as far as using blanketed programs where it can be different things that are required by different individuals, because everyone is an individual, so therefore they require an individual or specialized program. And that's what we do. And my nonprofit organization is called Mind Over Matter, and we usually cater to girls ages 9 to 12 who are at risk of not graduating in high school, and we stay with them throughout their whole time in high school. But we have found that here in Chicago, we need to start with them as early as 6 years old for anti-violence, anti-gang. And in the process of doing that, we wanted to start them off because we say that we want them to act like queens, and we want them to remember that they are royal and that they are queens. But how can we get them to act like queens if they were never once princesses? So therefore, we are coming in with what we consider to be our princess program. And we need to change the mindset of things. So that's what we're doing, and that's what brings Roxxanne Shante to Chicago. What actually brings me to the service is because it is Sunday and I don't miss service, and I have been blessed and fortunate enough that wherever myself and my husband are traveling, we make it our business to attend service because we understand where our blessings come from. And so if we can make time for everything else, so if I can host a party and party on a Saturday, we make it our business to be at service on Sunday.
Wow, that's beautiful. So you're a Muslim?
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that experience. I know we could probably be here all day just talking about, but talk a little bit about your experience with the faith. What attracted you, and has it helped you in what you are trying to achieve and what you're trying to do for other people?
Well, the first time I felt, or the first time I knew that Islam was needed in my life was actually through my son. When he was about 4 years old, I had came in contact with an imam, and there was something about this man, there was something about him that I found that was different than any other man that I had ever met before. It was beyond the articulation, it was beyond the neatness, it was beyond the perfect attire, it was beyond the commanding demeanor in the way that he spoke. It was something that I noticed and I saw in him and said, I would like to, thank you, that I would like to actually have that in my son's life, and I did not know what it was, and then I found out that it was Islam. So my son has been, we took him, we registered him in school, and we registered him in Muslim school, and we continued from there. Now, what has me at a different level of practicing now is my husband. The peacefulness that he brought into my life, and I needed to know exactly how we could continue that peacefulness, and we do through Islam.
Now, so you mentioned your husband, so you got to give us his name, and how long have you all been married?
His name is Brother Jabbar. I've known him for 25 years, which means we've already had a friendship, and we've been married 7.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We know you're busy. We're not going to hold you, and I could actually probably keep you here all day, but I'm not. I want to go back to one thing, and then we'll wrap it up.
Absolutely.
You talked about working with young girls.
Yes.
How long have you been engaged in that work? And have you seen any differences in what's needed over the time that you've been involved?
Well, we've been working in this program for over 10 years now. Mind Over Matter is over 10 years old. We are responsible for 512 graduates. These young ladies came in as at risk for graduating. We have salutatorians, valedictorians, and superintendent award winners actually under our belt. So we have seen a lot of success where we have taken those who people had counted out and actually have made them the greatest to come out of these high schools.
Excellent. If people want to support that effort, if they want to get more information, how can they do that?
Well, we have a Facebook page. They can go to Mind Over Matter. All of the information and everything is located there. We are located in Newark, New Jersey, but we are now getting ready to take it national, as you see. So we are here in Chicago, and they can also reach us through the AEIR.
Excellent. Last question. Is there anything that we haven't touched on that you'd like to talk about? I'm really not going to say anything about Kango Kid, even though I really kind of want to start something, but it's Sunday and I'm Muslim and I'm not. But
Okay.
Anything else you want to just share with us before we leave you?
No, brother, I'm fine. I'm good.
Thank you very much, sister. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Joe Blackula.